Everyone, welcome back. Our next guests are playwright and director of the show Bees and Honey, a Washington Heights love story that follows a married couple entering new phases in their lives. And as the challenges of life and marriage mount, the couple's quest is to answer the age-old question, is love enough? And joining us to share more is Bees and Honey playwright Guadalís Del Carmen and director Melissa Crespo. Hello and welcome.
Hi.
We rehearsed that.
Very nice, in unison. Well, I'm sure you've been working close at the hip, right? For how long now?
4 years on this show, it
4
feels like.
years.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's been a long process.
It sure has. Please do share.
Yeah, I mean, we were in rehearsals when the pandemic shut everything down, so it feels like a 180, I guess, or 360.
Right.
I always get those numbers confused, but the point is we're here now, and we're very excited to finally be in this moment.
You know, you did the key word right there, pre-pandemic, into pandemic, and still moving forward despite the circumstances.
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
Yes.
Yeah, because you started and then we got shut down. Right, I switch up my terms, and I'm like, oh, hunger in space, and in place, you know, locked up. You know, I mean, it's been quite the journey for us, right?
Yeah,
a lot of self-reflecting,
Yes.
and then finding means of moving forward with your respective craft and or field, and then switching it over to virtual, right? So if you're saying that this happened pre and you kept moving forward. I'm going to assume this was presented virtually as well.
Actually, yeah. We had the opportunity to do a Spanish language translation of it through Repertorio Español. So I hunkered down and translated the entire play to Dominican Spanish, to be very specific.
Washington Heights.
Exactly. Ya tú sabes. So we were able to just, see what that felt like. And it was very clear that, the play still felt very relevant in all of the ways.
So in your process, were you already working together as the writer and the director? Yeah. Oh, nice. So let's talk about the story itself.
Yeah, so it's the story of this couple, Johaira and Manuel. They're both two very ambitious Dominicans, and they have different views of the world. I started writing this play around 2017 at the height of the Me Too movement. And one of the things that I really wanted to explore was how are our relationships affected by these big cultural shifts and these big moments in our history. And I really wanted to look at how what's happening in the world was affecting a couple that essentially looked and sounded like me. And that's what birthed Johaira and Manuel. And Johaira is a lawyer, and she's at a very pivotal moment in her career, trying a big case. And Manuel is also at a very pivotal moment in his career, expanding his car shop business.
Oh, what an interesting dynamic. Who's the power player in the relationship?
It shifts constantly, which is why we like it.
Yeah, well, let's talk about your role as a director and what it's been for you and how you guys even got to where you are now, right? So I want to hear from the director's perspective. Working with actors, I'm sure you've worked with different actors along the way, and how you were able to decide on who was actually going to mount this variation of this production.
Well, directing this piece has been a miraculous journey because as a Dominican myself, I never thought I would see a play like this on stage, and we've been in New York City and everywhere forever, and our stories need to be told. And what's so wonderful about this play is it has that intersection of first and second generation, of DR and the Heights, and the way that we juggle the code switching of it all, and juggling our families with our, like Guadalís said, ambition, and what does ambition mean when you're straddling worlds. And so we have a spectacular cast. Maribel Martinez plays Johaira, Xavier Pacheco plays Manuel. We have a design team with the set and the lights and the costumes, and MCC and Soul Project have partnered to put this play up. And we also have fight and intimacy choreographer. We have an emotional support coach. I mean, it's a very robust team of really talented individuals that are bringing the story to life. We also have an amazing artist, a Dominican street artist named Danny Peguero. His work can be seen all over the Heights, in restaurants, on the street, and he is bringing the Heights to the set. And there's a collage of the Heights in his worldview, and it's so special because it literally, in a visual vocabulary, brings both worlds together on stage for the whole play.
And so the set is it in an apartment? Is it on a block?
It's in an apartment, and this is one of the exciting things that I love about Melissa. It's like we went to see a show that was happening at MCC right before ours called The Wolf Play, and we saw the set, and I think both of us looked at each other like, oh, we need to talk because we can totally, reinvent what we were thinking of. And our set designer, Shoko Kambaro, was game, and MCC was game, and everyone was game, but we always wanted to make sure that Danny Peguero, who's an amazing multidisciplinary artist, was able to still bring in what the Heights is to all of us,
right?
And allow the world to live in this apartment, but also feel like we are in the Heights. And MCC is in Hell's Kitchen, and it was like, how do we bring the vibe of the Heights to Hell's Kitchen? So I think people are going to be really excited and surprised to be in the space and see how the set is.
So this sounds really exciting, and you both sound really excited.
Yeah.
And I'm very curious to know, is this like a production that a first time for you to have like this level of support? I got it.
Yeah.
I saw it. I see it. I see it. Brava.
Yeah, thank you. It's it's my off-Broadway debut as a playwright.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's a huge honor.
Long overdue.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
She's also an amazing producer. She has her own company that she founded called Latinx Playwright Circle that she co-runs with a lot of amazing people. And they just had an amazing production that extended twice of a play called Sancocho. So we even have a line about Sancocho in the play, and we always want to plug that play too. It's a really special time for Latine artists, and we're so privileged to be a part of that. We also have a composer, Dilson Hernandez. He is literally creating original music for the show.
Yeah, so
another Dominican amazing artist.
Yeah, and so the title itself, Bees and Honey, was inspired from Juan Luis Guerra's Como Abeja al Panal, which is, you listen to the song and it's a beautiful like love story between these two people, and that's what inspired creating the story of Johaira and Manuel. And so it's very exciting to just bring all of those elements of, Latin culture, but specifically Dominican culture, and just put it in a really beautiful artistic way in this world. And yeah, having Dilson compose original music, but also do winks to Abeja al Panal has been exciting. And we have Maite Natalio, who is this phenomenal choreographer, because there's some bachata dancing in there. I think people are going to really, really take a lot from it.
Well, in your mention of code switching, I'm assuming it's in English, but there's Spanish in there, right? So it's a Spanglish type of experience, which is how we experience life here in our urban setting.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So Bees and Honey, though, it has other symbolisms behind that.
Yes, there's a lot behind it. The title itself is a play on the song Como Abeja al Panal, and it's just been exciting seeing what this evolves. And the poster itself was also really exciting to work on. Dykeman Street is a very special place for me as an artist and as a person, but it's also very meaningful in the play, and having incredible organizations like People's Theater Project, Dominican Artists Collective, and Dominican Writers Association supporting this play. It feels like we're really bringing the community to Hell's Kitchen in a way that I don't think has been done before. So we're very excited. There's even a block party happening May 13th.
Outdoors?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, nice.
We are taking over Hell's Kitchen. It's literally Quisqueya takes over Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, my. Are you directing that too?
Thankfully, no. I'm just going to party and eat and dance. Well, yeah, we've joined forces with Intar, another wonderful theater across the
I'm
street.
very familiar with Intar.
Because they are currently in previews for Julissa Contreras' play Vámonos, another Dominican story. And that story is in the 90s, and ours is in the present, and it's this just beautiful, unique, special, all the words, juxtaposition of Dominicanidad in the way that we've sort of navigated,
Here.
Yeah.
In New York.
Yeah.
Or United States
Yeah.
for that
Yeah,
matter.
yeah.
So before we go, we got to share with our viewers what dates they have to experience this wonderful show that sounds very delicious in all aspects of the word, right? I know you already started previews.
And we run until June 11th, but we open May 22nd, so folks can start getting their tickets now. And like I said, May 13th is the block party, so there's 2 shows happening that day at 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock. They can check it out, but they're gonna really have a good time.
What's the block party date?
May 13th.
May 13th.
There's gonna be food, there's gonna be dancing, there's gonna be all the things. Ya tú sabes como nosotros
Yes.
hacemos. Una fiesta.
Everybody gets lost on the way home.
But not at the theater.
Not at the
Not
theater.
at the theater. Brava, ladies. Thank you so much for bringing it here to our viewers. Everyone, playwright Guadalís Del Carmen, director Melissa Crespo, and we are talking everything Bees and Honey that is currently running previews. Its official opening date is set for Monday, May 22nd, with a run through June 11th at the MCC Theater, located at 511 West 52nd Street. For tickets and more, you can visit mcctheater.org. Stay tuned. More open when we return.